Oh, Aaron's in for a treat today because today we're going to be talking about End Act 3, the behind the scenes. This is his favourite song off the EP, and it's quite fun to record actually. I had a lot of fun recording this one. I had to really rearrange things. So if you haven't listened to End Act 3, like I said, stop the video and go listen to it and come back. But for those who have listened, thank you. I appreciate it, and Aaron appreciates it much more. So let's get right into it then. So this song, I believe, was written in spring 2022. And then I started production on July 2022 and finished August 2022. Then the post-production was after that. Okay, so let's get into my favourite part, the production. So Aran said to me, which she hasn't said to me for any of the other songs on the EP, Justin, I know what you like to do with your production. You have a specific vision. But just for this song, I have my own vision, and I don't want you to add stuff for the sake of it or add any of your ideas, because I've really got a painting of how it should be. I was like, okay, yeah, all right, sure. It reminded me of Freddie Mercury a bit, how he had this specific idea for Bohemian Rhapsody, and everyone in the band had to follow it regardless. So I was like, okay, yeah. Well, you're the artist, so yeah. And the only thing I actually ended up adding to this was the acoustic guitar in the verses, the soft acoustic guitar. Because obviously there's acoustic guitar in the intro, but Aaron was like, I don't need it all the way through, I'll have it in parts. And I was like, are you sure? Because it would just sound weird starting off acoustic and then cutting the acoustic pieces out of nowhere. So I said, let's just try and record it, see how it sounds. If it sounds good, we'll keep it. But if it doesn't sound good, let's not keep it. So here you go. That's how it sounds. And speaking of the acoustic guitar in the intro, nicknamed the bad acoustic guitar, it's actually called that on the tape, the bad acoustic guitar. Aaron said he wanted the first 25 seconds of the song to be very janky, quirky, disjointed. And then at bar 10, so 25 seconds in, when the electric guitar comes in, that's when the song properly starts. So I was like, okay, you want like a lo-fi intro? And he went, yeah. So this bad acoustic guitar, the way I mic'd it up, there was no thought in it at all. But I intended it to be that way. I intended it to be unbridled chaos. So I said to Aaron, sit on a chair. I know, chaos, wow, sit on a chair. So I said, sit on a chair. Here's the acoustic guitar. Here's the microphone. Plonk, play. I didn't try and mic up where should the microphone go. Oh, should it be 3 inches from the grill? Oh, should we by the headset? Oh, the sound top. Just put it in the middle, play, and this is the sound we got. And I told him, well, move as well. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear him moving in the background. And then it fades, obviously, into the good stuff. Another thing about the intro, the percussion, the miscellaneous percussion played by Aaron himself. That was his idea. A very, very clever idea. When he explained it to me, I was like, okay. And then once we had it recorded and demonstrated, honestly, it's genius how the miscellaneous percussion leads into the hi-hat pattern. That's really, really, really clever. But this percussion, anyway, that you hear, it's not fancy claves, it's not an anvil, it's not any of those things. It's literally a plastic candy cane whacked on the side of a bed. Now, I don't have that plastic candy cane on me, but that's what it would have been like that. So I had to mic up that. Very interesting. Goes to college for 2 years. What does he do with his degree? Mics up a bed frame. Crazy. It's a wonderful industry I'm in. As well, another thing in the intro a lot of people pointed out, they say, is that you, Justin, in the intro? Yeah, it is me. It's me shouting. No. And at the end, Aaron shouts.
All right.
So that comes from me shouting now was in the intro when you record Aaron walking in.
No.
You hear that? The door opening, slamming off the bed. So that's meant to be him walking in, getting ready to play his piece and all that. And he was obviously outside, so I had to shout, "No!" And he walked in, and then him saying, "All right," is when he's done finishing his vocals. He's saying to me, "All right, I'm done." And I was literally about to erase it, because obviously we weren't meant to keep it in. And he went, "No, no, no, keep it in. Add to the vibe." I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And people like that. Then another thing as well, the vocals. Got a funny story about the vocals. So if you listen, they sound like this. Like a radio sound to it. Aran said he wanted sort of a Deftones Chino Marino sound to it. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm going to make it now, record a Deftones cover and send it to you and tell me if you like it and if you like how it sounds. So I recorded a cover of Changes, which I showed that to him. It took me an hour to make the sound and record the vocals and get it all right. And he said, 6 out of 10, above average. You need to do this a bit more, do this. Can you add more distortion, more blah, blah, blah. So when it came to recording his vocals, I got him in the booth, got him singing. Okay, record that. Cheers, thanks. Was writing down what works, what doesn't work. We sort of roughly got the sound already. I had the sound, how to do it already. It just wasn't how Aran wanted it. So I said, look, I know how to do it. Just everything I'm going to tweak. I'll write down what works, what doesn't work, and really get to it. And it took about probably an hour. Yeah, well, 2 hours technically, because it took me an hour of my own time to get. So 2 hours to get that vocal sound, and then we actually got to recording. Really nice sound, especially if you go for like a sort of grungy or metal or rock sound. It can sound really good. So anyway, that's the end of all I've got to show you. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for giving the song a chance, and I'll see you another time. Goodbye.